feeling the pinch and prices rising. The cost of fuel. If not, I'll be putting on my fleecy PJs. Good morning. Thought we'd make the most of the sunny autumn weather.
I know, it's
Put
beautiful.
the back cover up.
It's getting hot.
It's getting quite warm.
Yeah.
So, in this week's video, we thought we'd address, or try and address, the feeling the pinch and prices rising, in particular the cost of fuel. So we've been preparing for the winter months.
Only just.
Yeah.
We haven't been in a rush to do it.
No. And for a while Richard has been saying that the bow locker, it's getting really noisy now,
No.
bow locker on the front of the boat had been getting quite rusty. Unfortunately, it's something that we found maybe with Collingwood boats is the quality of the paint isn't always great.
Yeah, it's okay. You just can't put anything on it.
No.
Because we had plastic containers in there thinking that that's better. And the water goes under the containers, and because it doesn't dry really quickly, it just lifts the paint off.
Yeah, so which is not ideal because that bit is designed to get wet. So anyway, luckily he's been a superstar. done a bit of sanding and painted it with some really good bilge locker paint. Yeah. And God, it is transformational, isn't it? It looks absolutely amazing.
It's like brand new again now. Yeah.
So we've put some now rubber mats down in there and put all our rubbish back in there. And job done. So that's really good.
Forget about that now.
Also, if you've been watching for a while, you'll remember I have been trying to paint the black sort of, not the bottom obviously, but like the gunnels and around the boat, because again that was sort of weird paint that you could wash it and it just left the marks in it. It sort of went grey. It's
You'd
just
stand on the side, wouldn't you, in a pair of trainers, and you get off and you've left a footprint, which is fine, but that will never come off.
No, it won't wash off. So
rubbed it, all sorts, jet wash.
Yeah, no, nothing. So experimenting quite a few times. I do not know how many times I have now painted. Went back to the satin black
that I picked up by mistake at the first time.
With a roller.
And it's looking
brilliant now, and we've just tried giving some of it a bit of a wash off this morning, and you can see because the water beads up and it gets rid of everything. So we've now
just wipe with a cloth and it's clean.
We've conquered it, thank goodness. At last we got there in the end.
Repaint it.
So if you want to know what paint we used, I'll stick a link in the description if you've got one of these boats, because they tend to have the same sort of black gunnel. To save you a lot of hassle, and use a roller. And taking the paddle boards down.
Let them down, because we're probably not really going to use them.
No, so they're all packed away. So
they've gone.
Yeah, the prep has started. So also, just a little update, we went to the Piper Barge show at Henley a few weeks ago.
That was good.
And you could go along, owners have brought their barges along and actually view the different types of barges that Piper do. Wow, they're stunning.
They're good.
They're very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very expensive, but very nice. But it has got us thinking about the future and maybe...
It'll be years.
Yeah,
years
quite
away.
A few years. That would be our ultimate goal, to maybe get one of those, because you can take them out to sea and go across the channel,
French canals,
and go and do the Med and get some
really
adventuring going. Yeah,
it would be good fun.
It would be amazing. So yesterday we filled up with fuel at the marina before we came out. Sorry if you can hear slurping. Bailey's just decided to have a drink.
Probably couldn't, but you will now.
And yeah, it got us thinking about fuel prices and everything going up. And you put in 303 litres of fuel because we were pretty empty, and that cost £450.
I know.
So quite expensive. I mean, we're lucky because we get a discount at the marina. Just if Margaret, if you're watching, there's some rowers for you. Yes, we get a discount, and also they split it. So we can have a 90-10 split. So that's 90 heating, domestic and 10% propulsion. Especially in the winter, you can do that because you don't move around as much. To your person coming into the marina, it's 60-40.
Right. Oh yeah, they're not allowed to.
I don't think you can change it.
And on the river, there is no split.
No.
If you buy it from a diesel man, it's this much. That's it.
Yeah, and it's £1.75 a litre currently at our marina for anybody coming into the marina. Wow. That has gone down a little bit because we think it went up to maybe
185, possibly 190.
Like when we did the calculation, we're actually paying £1.48.5 per litre. So that's not too bad actually. But we have noticed, Rich is just doing a calculation, £530.25. What if you were from outside and put the same amount in? Well, so that shows the saving. But we have noticed filling up that it's probably about £100 more expensive than it was sort of this time last year.
Every time we fill up, we normally... It's 300 litres, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not much really we can do about that, to be perfectly honest. So obviously we have central heating, which runs off of our main fuel tank, hence the split. Didn't you work out how much that used an hour?
Yeah, it's 90p.
90p an hour.
On that fuel cost.
On our fuel cost, yeah.
It costs us to run that central heating. If it's running continuously for an hour, it's 90p.
90p, yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not too bad, but obviously we have secondary heating, so we have our multi-fuel stove. And we've been doing some research and looking at like the price of logs, kindling, coal.
That has gone up.
And that's gone up as well. So last year, excuse me looking at my notes, I have to write it down, memory of a fish. 3 10-kilo bags of coal was £17.
That was on a deal, B&Q, Wicks, everyone was doing it.
Was doing that deal. Yeah. This year, it's now 2 10k bags for £17. So basically you've lost a bag, so you've lost a third.
Yeah. You've lost 10 kilos of coal.
Yeah.
Just like that. It's like,
so that's a massive cut. Wood, depending on where you got it from, obviously you can shop around, was between sort of £3.99, £4.99 for a bag.
Where I was in the van.
Now you're looking at about £7.99 a bag, so that's gone up an awful lot.
A lot.
And then kindling as well. Yeah. Now it's about £7 a bag. Do you know what you were paying before?
£3.
£3, yeah. So
if you got it at Aldi, it was £1.99.
Wow.
But you had to cut it down a bit more because it was quite chunky, but they didn't have any last week.
So saving number one that we will definitely be doing is we will be foraging for kindling.
Yeah, which we might go and do later, actually.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. There's,
tons of dead wood.
Sticks everywhere. So I did do a bit of foraging last year in my walks over the woods.
But you were getting things
I was getting branches.
You couldn't get it in the fire. It's like, what am I going to do with that?
So we're going to forage for kindling. That's our number one
bench for that.
Cost cutter.
Cut that off.
And then we've been thinking about the fire. Now what we're going to show you isn't ideal for everybody, because if your only source of heating is a wood burner, log burner, then this might not really be very helpful. But if you have central heating and your log burner, this might be quite helpful. So we will show you what we've got. So we haven't used this little device yet, but you can see. Oh, well, we have used it. We've used it for candles. We put
candles in there, and it just lights up the fireplace, and then I think we've got a fire, and it looks nice.
It looks pretty, yeah.
This little device.
So it's called a coal cage.
Yeah, it keeps your fire compacted and easier to stack.
Yeah.
Because it will keep an ash bed at the bottom.
So if you think normally you just sort of stack it like you would if you think about barbecue, down the bottom, you use an awful lot more coal because you sort of build it up to like a mini tower, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it comes right to the edges and goes right out. So we are using a lot of coal. When we have that going, like in the night, we'll probably stack 10, 15 pieces on it in the night.
So instead, the idea of this is you stack your coals in the coal cage and you use less coals. It keeps it sort of compacts the fire down, so it's just more economical. So we haven't used it yet because, as you can see, it's quite sunny and we haven't needed to put the fire on yet. So we will,
couple of weeks,
update you and let you know how we get on with it. There are still some savings to be had on your coal and your wood, but
you've got to research.
Yeah, and you have to sort of buy more in bulk, don't you? So what did you find?
I found some places online, so you can still buy the 10 kilo bags at £5.60 a bag. You have to spend over £50, then you get free delivery, but it means you're going to have to start shopping, getting it delivered to the boat, or if you've got a friend's house, and then you might have to store a lot more than what you would normally buy. The same with wood. You can buy the wood. I mean, the bags are like this big. I do big round bags of wood that you can buy. I haven't found a place that delivers that yet, but you can go and buy it, and it is a lot cheaper. But again, you've got to go and collect those and store it.
So if you've got the storage for it, then that's great.
If we had a cratch cover out the front,
the
front of our boat would be full of it.
So we thought we'd give that a go this winter. Like we said though, some people have said that the fire doesn't get as hot.
It probably won't, because you've compacted it, so you've made a bit of a smaller fire burn area. So the fireplace probably won't get as hot as if you covered the whole bottom of it with coal or wood. For us, this is our secondary form of heating. So when we get to the boat, it's already warm. We'll then turn the central heating off, and then we'll switch to fire just to keep it.
So
it'll work well for us.
We'll put a link in the description. 20 quid with postage. So we thought we'd give it a go, see what it's like, see if it also cuts down the fuel costs a little bit. And obviously we haven't used it yet, but we'll give you an update when we have. So just a short one today really, little update. Feeling the pinch. Can we cut our fuel costs? We'll let you know whether we can.
Buy more jumpers and woolly socks.
If not, I'll be putting on my fleecy PJs and fluffy socks.
And your clothes on top.
This wouldn't be the first time, and a hat.
We sat here with hot water bottles and the heating didn't work.
So anyway, you know what to do because I say it every time. If you enjoyed it, give us a little like. If you didn't enjoy it, give us a like.
You never know.
Show some love, you know. We like it.
Just be nice.
Give us a comment if you fancy. If you subscribe to us, then that will make us very happy. And if you ping the notification bell, then YouTube will let you know when we make another video. And then you can decide whether you want to ignore it or watch it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.